Hello from home, just like everyone else. We're all home. Well, not everybody. Anyway, hello from the new place, wherever this is. I'm in the art station of my abode. I wanted to come here and say hi, and I hope that everyone's doing well and gaining some perspective on the world at large right now and their own selves. Don't touch your face. I'm at home. I can do what I want. I want to like talk to everybody a lot, but I can't talk to everybody at once because we're all separate right now. But I can talk to everybody at once here now. I've been, watching everything that's been going on and on the great FB. I actually will skip over now anything with the name of the CV because so much false information's going around and everybody's talking about information, false information, cures, things, this, that, the other thing. There's some pretty dangerous things going around. There's some pretty helpful things going around. There's a whole bunch of herbalists that have a lot of helpful stuff going around. And then some herbalists I've seen that have stuff that I'm like, wait, no, I don't think that's true. And that's okay. Reposting, when you repost stuff, guys, please check it first. Don't just repost stuff because that just spreads false information. Okay, if you don't really know that it's true, don't repost it. Anyway, enough of that stuff. I wanted to come in and do a couple things. First of all, I have my box of love notes that are just here, and I wanted to pull a few for anyone who needs them today. I know some people are going through some really rough stuff. And also I wanted to talk about what all of this means, I guess, for a lot of us and what it's doing for a lot of us, and give you a couple things to think about in all of what's going on, and offer up some thought processes and some new stuff, right? So first of all, I hope you're all breathing, and I hope being home is good and slightly introspective. I know that a lot of people are working from home, which is really cool. And it's funny that it's showing that we can do that. And that's good. So I'm gonna pull you a couple cards from the massive stack of love notes. Because maybe somebody needs them. And I think, as I recall, they come out backwards on the video. I don't know. I don't remember. But I'm gonna moosh them all up and let's choose this one. Let's see, it says, dun, 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 we cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. It's pretty valuable right now. Because everybody has had to change everything. We have talked a lot about, I always talk about a lot about being who we truly are and what we truly want to be. And a lot of us are stuck in societal norms, societal norms, the machine. We're stuck in the machine because, you have to sustain a way of life via consumerism. And we now have seen what this consumerism is done to our self, right? It's crazy. I mean, once this blows over, which eventually it will, but everything will be different, and that's good. We'll make very funny memes about these things. So we cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. Right now, in this here and now, with us being home and having to change everything, maybe look at who you really do want to be. And now that you're not stuck out in the societal norm, you can take that 5 minutes to really look at it and maybe change a few things. Maybe go, well, I want to feel this way. Maybe change a couple things. Maybe really look at that. Because now you're forced to change. We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. We are no longer the same as we were last week. None of us. Everybody has had to change. Everybody has had to change a little bit at the very least. But a lot of us have had to completely change what we're doing. Yeah. And now it's you get to change completely and look at yourself. All right, let's look at another one. Here's another one. Yay! Can you see that? And suddenly you know it's time to start something new and trust the magic of new beginnings. Look at that. You don't have a choice. It's time to look at yourself. It's time to look at your society. It's time to look at society and the way things have become and why they've become that way. And what you can do to change that. It all begins within self. Someone told me a long time ago, it's all within self. So you've been forced to see something has to change. Everything has to change. And you can see it. If you can't see it, well, I don't know where you live in. Anyway, next. I love this one. It says, life is so damn short. For fuck's sakes, just do what makes you happy. Right now, don't go out and do, crazy stuff. But it's true. We're seeing right now, we're being faced with, the thought process of, our own mortality and stuff. And we can really look at, what have I been doing? I'm forced to stop. I'm forced to shut down everything and stop. The whole world, the entire globe is stopped. Halt. Unless you're out in the food service industry or whatever, but that too has changed because your exposure to others has been limited. And maybe that'll change too. It's so damn short, and it's time to start really getting into you and take this time, because I don't think this time is going to last forever. I don't think this home life is going to last forever. You need to look at you, and you need to look at what you're doing and what you want to do instead. What's really, really good for you. You don't have to come out the other side of this the same as you went in, because it's giving us the opportunity to actually look and see what we truly want. Like, we're faced with, oh my God, you could die tomorrow, or whatever, for real. And it's weird because nature said, sit down. Okay. So yeah, as I always talk about, who do you want to be? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? And then it comes into, well, right now, we're all in this together. How can we help? What can we do? What can we be? And what needs to change? It really brought up for me a lot of things about sustainable living. We're all so dependent on the system. It's insane. It's really insane how dependent we are on the system. But the thing is, people don't, there's problems with things like I'm a gardener. Other people are gardeners, but some people are not gardeners. They don't know how, or they don't have the space. And if they want to, they just need to be taught. That's fine. You need to be taught, and we can do this. You can grow food anywhere. The store's sold out of flour. And the running joke among bread makers, normal bread makers, were like, oh, there's going to be an awful lot of bad bread being made. True, but at least people are trying. So that's another thing that people can be taught, is bread making. We could do, this has shown me, like, so many people don't know how to do things. Like, I have friends that do everything. It's time to start skills sharing, right? It's time to be sustainable in our own existence, to the point where we don't have to have this insanity that people are going through. And the fear is based on the fact that, what if I don't have what I need? Well, let's lessen that a little bit by learning new skills. And even though I can't come to your house and garden for you or help you set stuff up right now, there's a whole new way of doing this with people like teleconferencing. You know, there's an app where you open multiple windows and share information. The children are all home being taught at home now. That kind of goes, oh, they don't actually have to go to public education. But it's good for them, right? It's good for them to be socialized. But maybe there's a new way to do it that's not numbers. Maybe there's a great new way to do it. And you know, there's a whole new way of being. It's really right now kind of a kick in the head about getting back to self basics and what is truth. You know, the system is broken. It's been broken, and we've just kind of trudged along in this gloppy substance of, I have to do this because this is what everyone else is doing, and because everyone else is doing it, it forces me to do it too. Like the whole stupid toilet paper thing. Because some weirdos got weird, the rest of the weirdos had to get weird, and then we're all like, thanks, assholes. You guys just screwed us all. We don't need to be part of that. We don't need to be cogs in a wheel that is wrong and set up wrong. So anyway, I'm just here to say hello, I love you, and I really hope everybody's taking the time to look at some really self stuff and who you really are and what you really want to be. And hey, what is your skill? What can you do to help? You know, always look for the helpers, right? So we all have a gift and talent, as I always am saying, because I'm like a broken record like that. We were born with something, right? And we can share that. I always think of Cynthia Sands when I think of this. You know, that woman is stupid talented, and she's willing to share stuff all the time. There are those of us that, you know, are woodworkers. There are those of us that are seamstresses. There are those of us herbalists. Sarah Hart's an herbalist, and you know, Christine's an herbalist. Like people who can show us how to make the medicines that we can't go to the store and get. You know, some of them. Anyway, so you know, gardeners, things that we do that other people are like, how do you do that? Well, let me show you. You know, we need to start doing that. I think it's very, very important to get together now. And what is yours? So I always ask this, and some people answer, some people don't, but I really, really, really implore you to think on what is your gift and talent. You know, one of mine is I can identify birds by their song, or plants even in the winter. Kind of silly stuff, but not really. Not really when someone else can't do it. They're like, how do you know that? I'm like, let me show you. And sharing information is very good. And doing things that other people can't do is good too, because then you're supplying them with something that they need. We can do skill shares, we can do bartering, we can do all kinds of things. If we have the talent, it's much better than living in a broken system. So anyway, I'm babbling. It's now 13 minutes. I love you. I hope that you are well. I'd love to do some video conferencing this week with people. If anyone's up for it, even in the evening, just getting on a thing and doing a thing, let me know, because we need to keep in contact without being in contact. Anyway, so the 3 cards. We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. Look at the change. And suddenly, you know, it is time to start something new and trust the magic of new beginnings. You're being forced to do that right now. And life is so damn short. For fuck's sakes, do what makes you happy. Who are you? What do you really love? I know you're sitting there in front of your computer working from home for some company making money off you still. You have an income, that's great. Woohoo! But who are you and what do you want? Do it up. Okay, I love you. We'll see you soon. And yada yada yada. Oh my god, it's almost 15 minutes. I babble a lot. Okay.